Hello, everybody. I did press live, didn't I? We are live now. I hope we're live. But anyway, I'm going to chat to Glenn anyway. If not, hi, Glenn.
Buongiorno.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm on the back foot a little bit. I've just returned from vacation or holiday. I said vacation because I know there's a few American viewers in there. Would normally say holiday, right?
And you wanted to sound cool.
I did. It didn't work. So I'd like to say I'm feeling relaxed, but I'm not feeling relaxed at the minute. I've had a busy week and then a busy day.
You've actually done a bit of manual labour for a change, haven't you?
I know. I've been I suppose people in here might know if they've been watching. I have been doing a room at home, which is going to be family room stroke home cinema type setup, and it's just started moving a lot quicker than I thought all of a sudden, because we've been struggling to get a post box. The Royal Mail post box was within our wall. I've been struggling for months to try and get that removed. And finally, while I was away, I don't know if I told you, I got a telephone call from a guy that says, "Oh, I'm from Tech Services. I'm outside your door. I've come to remove the post box from your wall." It's like, sorry, mate, I'm on holiday. I can't do it. I've been waiting months. No one's contacted us. And you just show up just out of the blue like that. So I've had to put him off. And the good news is we've been able to reorganize it. So he's coming to remove the post box from the wall on Friday next week. So that means once that's out, I can get the plasterer in and start redoing the walls. And the plasterer, he had a lead time of like 2 months. I was going to have to wait till the end of October. But when I contacted him to say, we're all ready, we can book you in, he said, I've just had a space open up for September. Can you do it then? I was like, yeah, I can do it. So, it's all moving very quickly. And I've had little jobs to do to get it ready for the plasterer to start. So I've been knocking plaster off the walls all day today. So, I'm aching. I'm covered in nicks and bruises and things like that from knocking the plaster off, but we're good to go already. We've had the first fix for the electrics, and we should be cooking on gas so we can start redesigning and putting things into the room. So that's my story.
It was great.
I've just killed off all the audience. But the good news is now that we're at this stage, I can start planning things so the media units can start to go in. And I suppose I've got a question for everyone watching as well when it comes to the TV in the room. So it's not a pure home cinema thing. It's going to be very much used by the family, the whole family. So a couple of young kids, 10 and 7, and me and the wife are going to be using that room. And I was wondering, what would you do, Glenn? Would you go for? I'm trying to be budget conscious as well because I've got kids, I've got other responsibilities and things. Would you go for a big 70? Well, big. It's not big compared to some people, but a 75-inch QLED screen, or would you get a smaller screen and go for an OLED? What do people make in the comments? I want to know what people think, because the QLED looks pretty good to me, but it's not OLED, is it?
I'd do something kind of in the interim, knowing that when the kids go off to university or whatever like that, God knows what technology will be about at that point, but you could then get a nice short throw projector or something. 120-inch and all that kind of stuff. So maybe it's just something to kind of ease you in for now, and then when the kids have gone and you're not going to get fingerprints and all that kind of stuff, and you actually turn it into an actual cinema room, then maybe invest more. But
I don't think I'm going to get the design that I've got going off at the minute. I don't think I'm going to get 120-inch in there. I think top size I can go for a screen with the space that I'm allowing is probably 85-inch.
Is that all? Oh, it's really small, isn't it?
Well, at the minute it's between sort of 75-inch QLED and a 65-inch OLED, but I think I might go for the QLED.
I'd go bigger, and the QLED's going to be great. It's still going to look good.
It's still it's still going to be replaceable. It's still a little bit cheaper having a QLED than an OLED 65, but when the kids are gone, that's when I can get my big expensive OLED and not worry about them throwing games console controller or anything like that.
Just because you do that doesn't mean your kids are going to do that.
No, I suppose not.
They might not have your anger issues.
I don't know about that.
The
little one has.
Oh, right, okay.
But anywho,
the little one has anger issues.
I'm going to say hi to the people in the comments.
Do it.
So I've come on there, and then we'll jump onto the QLED OLED things when people have had time to
processing
comments as well. I just want to say hi to everyone because I've ignored you for the past 6 minutes and 7 seconds. Crikey. With it says always, we've got Jeremy Carr who says, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button, and almost time. Yeah, that's because Jeremy was here a little bit early, throwing things out there. So hi, Jeremy. Good to have you with us again. We've got Anthony Biello with us as well.
Hey,
good evening out there in honour of one of the greatest of all time British actor, Terence Stamp, who passed away last week.
He did indeed.
Yeah. Which is awful. Have you got any favourite Terence Stamp roles or movies or anything like that?
He's one of them that I never... I mean, he was the Limey, who was particularly good, but he was always one of them that I never really thought about, but whenever he popped up, I was always impressed by him.
Yeah.
I think that, what was the last night in Soho was probably the last thing I saw him in.
Yeah.
And even in that, he was just one of them people that had a real screen presence.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. We've got with us as well, John the Movie Man. What's up, guys? What's up, John? Hope you're doing well. We have some meows a lot. Hello, everyone. Sunday fun day.
Meow.
I hope it is a fun day. John Robinson, good evening, Phil and Glenn, and all watching.
John.
Evening, John. Hope you're well. Lynn in the other room. Sup, Lynn?
Hi, Lynn in the other room.
Dean Watson. Hola, Dean. Hope you're well. AJ Pink with us. Good evening, AJ. Ethan Schneider. Hey, guys. I won't be able to watch the stream. Boo. Just stopping to say hi. Yay.
Hi.
Well, hopefully you watch it soon, Ethan, as well. AJ just says, great to have the lives back. Yes, I think so. I've been looking forward to doing this. So, Jerry Chia, good evening, Phil and Glenn, and the fellow Jerry. Brian Smith, hey, Phil, Glenn, hope you're well.
Brian.
I think we are. I think we're well.
Great
cinema. Hey there, everyone. Been away from movies for the last 3 months, but happy to be back with you lot. Good evening, Cam.
Nice to have you, Cam.
A lot of catching up to do. 3 months. Been away from movies. Yeah. Jeremy Carr says the American delegation accepts Phil. help me get my O visa. Is it O visa so I can work over there? I think it's a visa. Oh yeah. Darren G. Hi everyone. Good evening, Darren. Hope you're well. John Robinson forgot to say hello to the yellow chair. Okay. Yeah, the yellow chair is back.
The yellow chair.
I made this as back with us as well. Good evening. Hey, right. On to the QLED OLED discussion. Dean Watson. I had a QLED. Picture is nice, but got the A95L Sony OLED, and the picture knocks it out of the park, but was costly. Yeah, that's my worry. I don't want to overspend when the kids are probably going to just treat it disrespectfully. Alex, great. Are OLEDs really that much better? I don't particularly know yet. I've not got one. But AJ says QLED is good for the price. Dean Watson, if the room is dark, OLED is better. All round price value, picture quality, QLEDs are just as useful. And with us in the chat as well, we've got Raz Sucks. Good evening, guys.
Hey, Raz Sucks.
And the chat. Batcave. Good evening, Batcave. Hope you're well.
Batcave.
Yeah. Grateful Black, Terence Stamp, The Collector comes to mind. A vicious 60s kidnap movie with him playing the kidnapper psychopath.
Nice. Not one I've watched.
No, I don't think I have either. Step Back in Time, 70s and 80s. Hey, Phil and Glenn, picked up Dawn of the Mummy Collector's Edition from HMV in Maidstone. Was Dawn of the Mummy, was that one released by Film Treasures? Or Treasured Films? I think.
Treasured Films, isn't it? But I couldn't tell you whether they... Yeah.
Alex Great. Thought Phil was off filming again the past few weeks. Now, I've done for that stint now. This was family vacation, so yeah, I'm just tired from it. It's for lots of exploring and trying to keep up with the kids. Big Jace, how you feeling, Glenn? And everyone watching, apologies I won't be able to watch tonight. Oh, Jace. The interweb where I am is dog poo. So have a wonderful evening, everyone. Hope you can catch us later, Big Jace, if you're still here. Plus, I'm sure John Robinson will sneak in at #1 again at the last moment.
Oh, fighting talk.
It is fighting talk. That is.
Yeah.
But anyway, before we continue, Glenn, take us away.
It's the topic of the week.
There we go. I gave you a chance this time. So,
thanks.
Topic of the week I put in as does location affect habit? And you know
what did we pick up this week? Oh,
yeah, I obviously went away for a week, and as I've been away, I've found that my collecting and shopping habit kind of returned. And I thought, is this just because I'm off work, out of routine? Has this habit suddenly sort of come back? And would it affect me if I was off at home? Is it just location, or what? Do you find that things like that can affect how you spend and what you pick up?
I feel like with you, there was a little bit of kind of in the build up to you going away, you were already talking about, well, hopefully I'll see this, and if I go in such and such bookshop, hopefully I'll find this title. And you'd already started kind of getting energized. And I think because you got a week off as well, and you weren't distracted by your actual work, your actual job,
yeah,
I think that kind of opened you up a little bit more to, I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to buy things. I've got time to do it. So I think you'd already started kind of revving up a little bit, hadn't you, really?
Quite possibly. Yeah. It's because normally my normal week, I'm working for most of it. I can't particularly get out at lunchtimes to go shopping in the town centre or anything like that. Even though I work in the city centre, 3 days out of the week, I never particularly get time to go to HMV or CEX or anything like that. And if I do, it's very targeted and very limited to what I can actually get to. So when it comes to weekends and things like that, I can't usually get out because of the kids, man. I can't get out because I want to do things with kids. The kids need looking after or certain other things as well. So
and he'd have got away with it too if it wasn't for those pesky kids.
Yeah. So having the week off, it kind of because we're out and about with the kids and the shops are just there, and it's like, oh, I can just pop in for this, or I can just pop in to check out that, and I found it a lot easier to get the time to actually go about. And I don't know if it is just my situation with having the kids and worrying about if they've got what they need and things like that, that just stops me from going and doing it any other time, or I don't know. I can't make it out. What you thought?
Not ruining what you've picked up, but I think as soon as you'd picked up one thing, that then set you off on a path type of thing of
the floodgates.
Oh, I'm gonna look out for similar along those lines type thing whilst I go about different places and things. And I think it just spiraled a little bit. I think I've if I was back in the States again or something like that, I think that would be dangerous. I think that would be a very, I can't get that. Oh, I can't get that in the UK. Oh, I can't get that in the UK. I think that would kind of be a thing like that. I suppose while you're away, you've got that downtime as well, that little bit. And that's what I'm saying. I think you will have looked online that little bit more than what you normally would do in your working week and things.
I don't think I did. I don't think I did look online.
The Wi-Fi wasn't great, was it?
No, it was fine at the house where we stopped. It was fine in certain rooms, but while we were out and about, it was very much you keeping track of the kids, or the signal was rubbish, so the phone didn't come out as much. So I probably looked at my phone a little bit less for the most part. So I didn't particularly hunt for things on my phone, like I potentially have done in the past. If that makes sense.
It does. So, are you going to start kind of revealing things that you've purchased, or?
Not yet. I just wanted to talk about the topic. That's why we've got a topic of the week, Glenn. You're just rushing ahead.
No, but that will, yeah, but you know, some of them will spur other kind of conversations, won't they?
I don't know. Will they?
I don't know.
We'll go on this track, but yeah, I know when I've been places before. I did a video, in fact, when I went on holiday last year. I went shopping around Gibraltar for physical media, and just came up with absolute zero because it was pants. But I did go out with the intention of shopping around somewhere else for physical media, and it's like, well, why don't I do that at home? Why don't I go out with a day with the intention of just shopping and buying stuff?
I think you're so used to where you shop. I'm used to where I shop. I think the only way we do that is if we go somewhere else. And we've talked about going other places, haven't we? To kind of, you know, I think that'll spur us on to buy different things and go on a hunt, a Blu-ray hunt, you know, in the places that they sell Blu-rays. So not much of a hunt, more of a shopping thing. But no, I don't know whether I've bought. Do you feel you've bought more stuff because you've been away rather than you would have done then?
Potentially, but I think, without revealing too much, people have probably guessed already, but I think there was a certain excitement with when I was looking at things, finding a particular form of physical media. I got excited about it, that I could actually find things that I wanted that I hadn't already got. When I'm focusing on Blu-ray, a lot of the time when I'm hunting, I see the same old things time and time again, regardless where I am. It's the same stuff. You can go in HMV everywhere. It's the same stuff. It's the same as the next HMV. And there's nothing particularly unique, but because I'd ruin it a bit, because I picked up a few books, because I've been slow at reading over the past few years, there's a lot of books that I haven't got and a lot of books that I haven't heard of or were quite aware were in book form and things like that. And it just set on a whole new path. And you start looking at books and thinking, oh, that's unique. I'm not seeing that. Or do you know what I mean? It just opened up another world of things that there were surprises and there were things to be found. Whereas because there wasn't a lot of Blu-ray knocking about or anywhere that had them, I was seeing the same old stuff. And I don't know if it's because it was a different sort of thing that I was picking up, that suddenly I had whole new options. So the Blu-ray hunting isn't as exciting as I found hunting for the books, because I was looking through and I was discovering and thinking, oh, yeah, actually, we'll go for that. And yeah, I don't know if it's that spurred on, or I don't think it's the location, although I did go Blu-ray hunting. There wasn't particularly much in the area that I went. We went to Whitby on the Yorkshire coast, that's famed for its part in the Dracula novel that Bram Stoker did, really, for Whitby Abbey and all around there. And they just didn't have much in the way of shops that had physical media. There was a few charity shops, but it was mainly DVDs. I don't think I saw a Blu-ray case, really. And if I did, it was something like, oh, they've got Bridesmaids in, and oh, look, King's Speech is there as well. It was just the regular stuff. Sorry. No. I don't know if I was ranting or I didn't really leave any room for you to add anything.
No, I was just about to say, I think we should go to comments, because they've been like flocking in. I can see them in the corner of my eye.
Okay.
Go for it.
There we go. Right. Okay. Jeremy Carr, super chats are on and bring you to the top of the leaderboard. Yes, they do. It meows a lot. Phil, please tell me you listened to Vacation by the Go-Go's. It's okay if you lie and say you did. I did. So meows a lot. It was on the playlist and they had it on the radio too. I listened to it twice. Jeremy Carr, fluff them kids.
Yeah. No, I don't think you can say fluff either, because that has other meanings.
Woody, hello. All apologies for the tardiness. Hope the hosts and the people in the chat are well.
Quite all right, Woody.
Good to have you with us. Good to have you with us. Jeremy Carr, some things I'll see out and want to buy. However, if I find them cheaper online, I'll find them cheaper. I'll find them cheaper online. Yeah. Grateful Black. Pre-internet, the excitement of a new shopping area on vacation was immense. The last pre-COVID vacation, I went to Bournemouth and trolled all around the DVD, CD bookshops I could find in Boscombe.
Nice.
There we go. Dean Watson, if I let you know where I'm going, I won't be on holiday. That's what I tell my collection. Jeremy Carr, like the stream, por favor. Jeremy knows a bit of French. Spanish. Brian Smith, if you're ever away, there's loads of movies and TV shows on the internet archive to pass the time. You know what? I took my Roku stick. I've got a Roku that I take away on breaks on vacation with me, so I've got all my apps and everything. But I'll save what I use that for with what did we watch section. I can update you on that. But yeah, I use that a lot when I'm away. Jeremy. Jeremy saw Superman, mostly caught up on some series, worked on some projects. There we go. That was in response to someone else in the comments, but I just put it up there anyway and read it out. Yeah. Woody, love Whitby. It's so beautiful. It was really nice.
It's a lovely place.
We explored quite a few little villages and towns around there. We went to Brunswick Bay, Port Mulgrave, Robin Hood's Bay, and yeah. Razzucks, Whitby is a great place, very atmospheric. It can be. It was very strange when we went because it was the school holidays and it was the weekend. It was heaving with people. There were a lot of people around and it was very busy. Step back in time. I spent a week away in Kent raiding 3CX and HMV. Picked up everything from Dawn of the Mummy to Tarantula.
Nice.
There we go. Sorry. Woody, I bought Michael on Blu-ray, the John Travolta one from HMV. Not a great movie, but have fond memories of it.
Is that the one where he's an angel? Is that the one where he's an angel?
Yes. Yes. I don't think I've actually watched it all. I don't think it was ever a movie I sat and watched with intention. I don't think I was ever bothered about it.
I feel like that came out while we were at Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Around that kind of time. Yeah, I think I've watched it.
Dean Watson, watched Fantastic Four, great cast, good acting, awesome production, and sets, totally no story to speak of. There we go. Right then. So I suppose after my Whitby story and my ranting about what we're buying and things like that, we'll probably swing back around to topic again in a bit. But obviously this, with my shopping trip and the Whitby trip, it's going to link into pickups and purchases. Because, I pick stuff up. And now it's probably quite obvious what sort of things I've been picking up, really.
Have you picked up books? Is it books?
I picked up a Blu-ray. I've picked up something else as well.
Did you pick up books, though?
Where do you want to start?
Start on your books.
Okay, so do you want to go for my first pickup that sparked this sort of haul? Okay. I've not sorted them out yet, so they're all still... hang on. They're all still sort of in this bag from when I packed up and left Whitby, so I'm going to have to dig. You
have a rummage, love. That's fine.
Yeah, so when we got there to the place, there was near the house there was another house, and outside they had a load.
What?
Yeah, I know. They had trays of books that they were selling, and I thought, you know what, we've just pulled up, we've entered the car, I'm going to have a wander back down there. So I did.
I'll leave the wife to unpack and manage the kid. I'm going to wander down the street and have a bit of a browse.
So, I had to wander down, and the books that are on offer, I did see one that I really wanted. It's one I've looked at before, and I think I've mentioned it in one of my videos before as well, that it had caught my eye. But they're on offer. This person selling them 50 pence each, or 3 books for £1. I was like, oh my God. So I wanted Cormac McCarthy's No Country for Old Men. So I saw that, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get that. And I thought I'll have a flick through and see what else there is. And one that I didn't realise was a book, but it was. And it took me by surprise, and I thought, you know what? I'd be quite interested in giving that a look. It's a book by an author called Kotaro Isaki. And I mean, this is tying into my love of film and my interest of film and just a general interest of where some of these stories come from and things like that. I got Bullet Train. I completely passed me by. I don't know if they ever promoted it in the making of the film or anything like that, but I didn't realise that the film was based on a book at all.
Is it definitely based on a book? That's not the just novel adaptation of it.
No,
Right,
it's,
okay.
the movie was based on this book by Japanese author Kotaro Isaki.
Every day's a school day, you see?
Yeah. And then.
Yeah. So yes, can we just point out before you proceed that there is a theme to this, as in he's not just picked up like a couple of Jilly Cooper books and
No.
you know, a Catherine Cookson or anything like that. He has actually picked up film related things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the third one that I got from this was a game book that the film was based on, Live by Night by Dennis Lehane, or Lehane, however you want to pronounce it. And the author, reading on the back, was writer on The Wire and author of modern classics such as Shutter Island, Gone Baby Gone, and The Given Day. So I thought, I'd tell you what, I'm going to grab that as well. If it's good enough for Ben Affleck, then it's good enough for me.
Yeah.
And that's sort of started me on. So, you know, for £1, I got 3 books, and it sort of spurred on this excitement to hunt through books and find things that I'm sort of interested in. It sparked off this collector thing again.
Film related books.
Yeah. What does everyone think of these? I've put actually in the comment, I've dropped in the comments a link for the Bullet Train book. So if you did want to look it up and see about what it was, when it was released and what it was based on and the author and everything, then the link's right there for you. And it's affiliate link as well. So any click goes towards the helping the channel.
What? So corrupt.
Yeah, that sort of sparks me off. And we've not finished there with the books either.
We're not.
No, I'm sorry. Do you want to? I'm going to divert, and obviously I've given away the location where I went to. I went to Whitby, and I've already mentioned the featuring of Whitby in the Dracula novel. So I went up to the Abbey, and they got the Dracula store. Well, the store there. And I thought, you know what? While I'm here, I've got to pick up a Dracula book. So I got Dracula, just for the sake of it, really. Silly collector. And I picked it up from there because they actually stamp it as well inside.
They do, yeah.
So
say where you got it from.
As Whitby Abbey. So it shows that I've got the Dracula book from Whitby Abbey. And you know what? I've never read it before. I've seen the movie, but I might, out of interest, I might just dig into reading that because, visiting the place, it kind of spurs you on for things like that. I did look at going to the Dracula Museum in Whitby, but it looks a bit crap.
Very small and very pathetic is what it is.
A bit crap. Yeah. So
I mean, all of the ornaments that are outside and the whole molding and things is all, even the lettering is Bram Stoker's Dracula, as in the Francis Ford Coppola movie, isn't it? Yeah. But no, it's I feel like we have been round it, but I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I think we have. We've been to Whitby a few times, but
before I carry on with anything else, have you picked up anything?
Have I picked up anything? I have picked up. I mean, bear in mind it's been 2 weeks. A lot of my 2 weeks has been clearing things out. I've had 2 charity shop runs, and I've got loads of bits on eBay again, and I've dismantled the whole section up there. That's gone, so it's condensed things down. So that's going to spur me on to get rid of more books. Having said that, so physical media purchases this week are Terrifier 2 on 4K.
Nice.
Nice. Yes. Excited. I'll be excited. I had it on Blu-ray. I don't care. I love the movies. If I love movies, I'm going to keep upgrading, as we've established. And then another book that I bought a book as well. And this was something I'd looked at a while ago, and it seemed to just be silly value, even secondhand. And then I happened to find one that was £5.47, and that's The Art of Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah,
which is a book I've been after for a while. I have one or two Tim Burton related books, and it's lots of his kind of artwork and pre-production stuff and what have you. So that was up there for me as a purchase, and that's been it purchase wise.
I'd like to point out as well that really books do count as physical media as well, really, don't they? We're a physical
They
media
are
channel.
physical. You can hold them. They are media, therefore they are physical media.
I promise, I do have a couple of films down here as well that I picked up, but yeah, we'll get to those. I'm going to jump to the comments.
Do it
just a moment. So Jeremy says, "Nice find," and that was for my stuff, not yours, Glenn.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, nice finds, Phil. Jeremy says.
Yeah. Or maybe mine was nice finds and yours was nice finds, Phil.
Yeah. If only Phil had a lot of bookshelves. Well, as you know, I'm clearing out some DVD, so some Blu-ray. So hopefully I will have some bookshelves. In fact, I'm clearing out some books as well. So there will be space on there. I hope. We'll see. I'll design it into the media unit in the family room. Kill Shell. Latest Zavvi spend in 2025, £756. That's insane. And I got all three Arrow Eastwood trilogy from Amazon, so £100 there. Got another £200 on pre-order, and Elm Street, £200.
You know what? I mean, everybody on here knows I despise steelbooks with a passion, to the point where I refer to them as biscuit tins, and I think they're crap and what have you. That Elm Street set is beautiful. Yeah. The outer casing is beautiful. They've picked the perfect artwork for each individual movie. I think it's a really, really nice set. I don't blame anyone for going for it. I really don't.
It is. I'd have to agree. I do like that they've used the original artwork on those steelbooks. It's the right move, and I think.
Well, when you look at that, and the one that we pointed out a couple of weeks ago was they obviously did the Sean Connery release of the Bond films.
Yeah,
and then the individual ones are just the font of the title, but then just not even straight across. It's like GOLDFIN. It's just awful. Zero imagination.
Yeah.
Whereas I think that Elm Street set is what would fans of this film series love to see, and they've completely ticked that box.
Yeah. I agree. I've not spent much on movies this year, to be fair. I don't know. I've only I think we were out of town not so long ago. I don't think I've bought any more than 15 titles, I think.
Yeah, I think we were both about on a par. And then the majority of mine were kind of credit through CEX and things like that. It's not been things that have actually come out of my bank, which I feel better about, obviously.
Yeah. That's fair. Woody, spurred on a new thing to collect. Nice one, Phil. I don't know if that's nice one, Phil, idiot.
Yeah,
nice one, Phil.
I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't know either. It's almost like that habit is coming back, but I've just been collecting the books instead of movies at the minute.
Yeah.
Well, you might flip back.
I've been collecting the books as well, but I've been going for the old 80s, 70s, 80s kind of old film tie-in things.
Yeah.
Along those lines. But yours, unfortunately, so modern. There's so many years to go back and collect all.
Yeah. Definitely. Jeremy says you have to display the books next to the movies on the shelf.
Well, you have talked about this, haven't you?
Yeah.
Kind of tying things in and mixing them together.
I do have some already like that behind me. The Goodfellas books and movie together, and I think the Elmo Land ones, F-Site, Boogie Nights, and Almost Famous all have books with them at the minute. And I'm thinking of, as I take the number of movies down, to incorporate the things that go with them, whether it be CD soundtrack or books or anything like that, and have the film related things together on a shelf rather than just a row of movie cases. Just have it mixed in like that. So my favorite movies generally might have a book with them and make a thing of my favorites rather than having everything else in between as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeremy says, get rid of the films of the books because the books are better.
I've said this to you. You've done this a few times of late where you've gone, there's a film coming out. It sounds really good. I'm going to read the book. Mm-hmm. And it's the worst thing you can do because the book is always better than the film.
I've not done the last few books I've read. I don't think I've got any film or TV show related stuff coming out for them.
I mean, this conversation came up when you read Project Hail Mary.
Yes. Which
you obviously knew was going to be made into a film.
Yeah.
And I just think you'll now instantly be disappointed by the film.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I think the thing is as well, I've been consciously trying to read more. I've been trying to escape my phone and scrolling the social media. So in turn, I've started to read a lot more. And it's where my interests lie with the film and things like that. So I do get drawn to those books that are being made into something or have been made into something. Another example of that, I want to jump onto the Sushan Liu books. He did. You've heard of Three Body Problem? I think it was on Netflix.
Yeah.
He wrote the book that show was based on, and he did the Wandering Earth, the film that I really enjoyed. He did the book for that as well, so I'm quite interested in investigating some of his books as well. But that's spurred on from the enjoyment of the TV shows and the books, and whether I read something that gets turned into a movie, I don't know. But
I've tended to go more towards reading about directors and things like that.
Yeah,
Faber and Faber do great books. You've got Burton on Burton, Cronenberg on Cronenberg, all of these kinds of things. I've enjoyed that kind of aspect of expanding my kind of film fandom.
I'm going to just blast through these comments that I've got here. While we mentioned Faber and Faber, because I did make another purchase that was a movie. I bought a movie, but it kind of ties into the Faber and Faber thing that you just mentioned. So I'll whip through the comments and then we'll get back onto a movie purchase. Dean says, just as well, Phil, did not visit Soho and pick up related literature there.
Yeah, no, he's already cleared those shops out. He's got it all. He completed them.
Does this count as double dip, having the book and room on physical? I don't think it does. I think the books can veer away. The films can veer away from the books, and the books can add a lot more to a movie. I think they've got a certain nuance about them. So I think the book adds to.
I think sometimes it's a risk though when you've enjoyed a film and then you read the book of it. You then read the book and you go, why didn't they include that in the film?
Yeah.
They should have done this. They should have done that. Which, film is a limited kind of. It has limited room for adaptations of things. Books can just go crazy, and they've got to kind of trim it down and go, hey, we can't really exceed 2 hours. So there's always going to be things missed out. But sometimes it's stuff that you think, it's a real shame they.
I can't remember the exact story. I read it years ago, but I read Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park follow-up, Lost World, and that was completely different from the movie. And there's things that were in the books that I didn't know why it's not included. And you see the sequences pop up in subsequent films as well. So it's kind of funny reading that and then seeing the sequences in another unrelated film, and it was a completely different take. Interesting, though, from what I remember. Right. Brian Smith says Dracula is a brilliant book. It's an easier read than most others, like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
I find Frankenstein really difficult. I know it was amazing. She was like 19 when she wrote it and things, but I find it quite a slog to get through, if I'm honest.
I read it a while back when I was auditioning for Victor Frankenstein. But I'd agree it was quite a difficult one to get through.
Yeah.
Jeremy says, yay to your Terrifier there.
Yay.
Tom G, checking in from France on Holes with the Fam. No
Nice.
new pickups, but I sold a couple on eBay. The Frighteners 4K Steelbook sold for 80 quid, and Spears and Munsell calibration disc for 350.
Wow. Nice. Nice on both. Well done.
Yeah. AJ Bink got the new Edward Yang Criterion 2 disc, and that's it. I'll come to it in a minute. I'll come to
Quality
it.
over quantity, as we've always said.
Samio's Lot purchases Casper 4K biscuit tin, GameCube game, Paper Mario, The 1,000-Year Door, ordered online, came with it without the case. Went to my local resale shop. They gave me a GameCube game case for free. Nice. Jerry Chia pickups this week: Kill Bill 1 and 2 in Zavvi 2 for 30 quid. Dragman to Hell biscuit tin, Amazon USA exclusive. See, Kill Bill 1 and 2, they have been tempting for me, but I'm kind of holding off and thinking, do I wait to see what the Australian releases are like?
Yeah, the imprint release, they'll be solid, I think, and that's what I'm hanging on for now.
Yeah, I'm hoping they're going to be good releases because I've been waiting for the Kill Bill movies. So yeah. Jeremy Carr pre-ordered Shin Godzilla and Turtles trilogy 4K. Oof.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Well, I found something turtle related when I was rummaging through my stuff the other day. Keep going, Phil. I'm just going to find something.
Okay. I'm not sure about the Turtles box set release for me. I've got the movies on Blu-ray, and I don't think extras wise at the minute is looking enough for me to warrant upgrading. Potentially, I would look at the first one, but I'm just not bothered about having the 2 and 3 on 4K at all. I think the Blu-ray would be enough for me for those.
Ninja Turtles picture disc. It's the vinyl. Yeah.
Is that yours, or did you pick it up?
No, it was mine from many, many moons ago. I found it in a box that was in my mum's attic. So that's the picture disc of Turtle Power.
Right. That's really cool.
Look at that little baby. Yeah.
So, I don't know where you're actually playing it now, though.
Well, just watch eBay around the time that the Arrow box set comes out, because it's probably going to feature at that point. But yeah, it was a random find.
So someone could fly around now in the comments.
Also randomly, Speed. Also,
what was that?
Sorry,
what was
Billy
that?
Idol. The Billy Idol vinyl. It folds out into a massive poster thing, look, and the vinyl's buried in there somewhere.
I can't even remember a song related to Speed, to be honest.
Speed, give me what I need, yeah. That one, Billy Idol. Anyway, there's loads. I found a load of old vinyl.
My
I mean, come on, look, come on.
That's quite impressive.
Last two. License to Kill. What a beautiful cover. That was always a nice poster. And then Living Daylights as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I found them all in the same box. So
that, I must admit, that is quite impressive.
Yeah.
Quite impressive. And because I don't know if we're going to get there at the minute, I am going to show while we're on retro stuff, I'm going to show my film that I picked up. If I can find it. It's here. So, you talked about Faber and Faber books earlier. Well, I went back in time. I got something retro as well. I bought a VHS, Glenn. I got this box set here.
Yeah, you see, that's allowed though.
Edward Wood, huh?
That's allowed though, because I know that's Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Yes, it's a nice big box set, but it's VHS and in a nice presentation box. It's kind of physical media book. It's the VHS Plan 9 from Outer Space and a book as well. What's it called? Nightmare of Ecstasy, all about famed director Ed Wood.
Edward D. Wood Jr.
Yeah, I just really liked these old VHS presentation boxes and wanted the thing on Ed Wood. I thought, you know what, I'm ready to read about him again because he was such an interesting guy. And I thought that's a nice presentation box. And I thought it looks kind of, I don't see many people collecting this sort of stuff anymore. So I thought, you know what, it's kind of unique. It's kind of me. It's something I want to dig into. I thought, I'm going to go for it. It was listed at a tenner on Vinted, and I just randomly offered £8 and they accepted it. So that came through. So I was quite happy with that. I thought it's a nice little presentation thing.
I love the Tim Burton movie, Ed Wood. It's one of my favourite Tim Burton movies. And like we just talked about, to be honest, you know, about more behind the scenes. And, you know, I love films on the making of films and stuff like that. And Ed Wood's a great movie.
And it's even got little written insert on there as well. That's
yeah.
Just
I've often thought about getting an Ed Wood poster of Glenn and Glenda.
No,
sorry, Glenn or Glenda, in fact.
I just thought I need to check if it's got any mold or anything on the tape, but that's looking good to me.
That's looking good. Good.
Yeah, I was quite happy with that. I thought it's a nice little book, a nice little box set, and like I say, I don't see many people collecting that sort of thing anymore. So I was quite happy with it. It's something that I feel good about collecting, something like this, because it is unique. It's not something that everyone has. It's a part of history. Not everyone's going to have it, and yeah, I'm happy. Does that? I'll let you roast my pickup of a VHS. I'll let you go for it and rip into me for that. But
no, not at all. I mean, for £8, it's a lovely set. That book's great. I have that book, and it's well worth it just for that alone. I think when I picked that book up, it was probably about £5 or £6. So you've not paid over the odds. It's a nice set that will look good on a shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not going to roast you on it.
Fair. Oh, yeah. Okay. That was easier than I thought.
Only because it's Ed Wood, to be honest.
Huh?
Only because it's Ed Wood. You can get away with it.
Yeah. And speaking of that, it'll lead me to my next pickup as well. This isn't something that I picked up in Whitby. It was something that I ordered off the back of finding that one. I thought I've got to have that back, haven't I? I've got to put Ed Wood back in there. So
yeah. Well, like I just said to you, that it's one of my favourite Tim Burton movies. Films on making films and the industry and all that kind of stuff is something I love. You know, years ago there was a VHS release of that, and the Angora sweater was material on the outside. It was like a swatch of pink material.
What was that on?
It was either it was a cardboard VHS kind of slip sleeve or something. But I remember it vividly, and I've never seen one since. But yeah, it was like a little swatch of pink material. Oh, I'm gonna have to look out for one of them now. That's annoying.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the comments to see if anyone else likes my Ed Wood thing.
Okay.
And then we'll come back to the other ones as well.
Okay.
Where are we? Grateful Black. Phil, Glenn or Glenda. There we go. As I mentioned. And Jeremy Carr, Sweets Beetlejuice shirt. Yeah. It's not bad. I need some new shirts, actually. Get changing up a bit. Darren G. Ed Wood is best Burton movie for me.
Agreed, Darren. It's up there for me, for sure.
Yeah. AJ Pink, got to go now, but we'll watch the rest later. Ooh, see you soon, Joe.
See you later, AJ.
AJ. There we go. Woody, for me, my best Tim Burton movie has to be Dark Shadows or Big Fish.
You see, Dark Shadows, the first time I saw that, I was disappointed by, but I've gone back to it so many times since, and I think it's such a grower. It really is.
Jeremy Carr, Ed Wood is brilliant.
It is.
And then Woody, Ed Wood, I never got it, and clearly not cultured enough.
That's
I think Woody, I think sometimes, you know, I know I was talking to you about this the other day, Glenn, when there was an announcement for Eyes Wide Shut. It very much films like that. Sometimes it's worth going back to a bit later when you've watched a lot more things and go back to them, because I was saying to Glenn with the Criterion announcement of Eyes Wide Shut, I remember seeing that at the cinema when it first came out, and I really didn't think a lot to it. And now we're talking, what, 30 30 years later, 25, 30 years later, I thought, you know what? Is it time to give this another shot? Or am I going to look at this with different eyes and a different view and with more knowledge of, I don't know, the world, movie making, whatever you want to call it? And
well, I said to you with it, I didn't think much to it either. But then, because I kind of like read into a lot of Kubrick stuff and things, then you hear about the kind of Kubrick was very good at kind of layering movies and having hidden stories within and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, there's a brilliant one on The Shining, a documentary that really goes in depth. And I think he did it with all of his films. And there's so many stories I've heard since regarding Eyes Wide Shut and the true meaning of it and what it was actually all about, and the two guys that are always stood with them when they're out as a family and all this kind of stuff, that I do want to rewatch it. And I think I'll watch it with very different eyes. Eyes wide open rather than eyes wide shut, for example.
Yeah, I'm definitely now interested in going back and giving it a look. And it's whether I just watch the Blu-ray that I've probably got through there or wait for this Criterion and check out some of the interviews and behind the scenes before I delve into it again.
Yeah.
I'm not quite decided.
I mean, there's even the whole conspiracy theories around that, ties into like Kubrick's death and all this kind of stuff, which I think are too far-fetched, if I'm honest. But it intrigues me to give it another look for sure.
Right, I'm going to jump back to the comments because we're falling behind again. Darren G. I've got the Criterion versions of After Hours and The Fisher King this week.
Good movies.
I like The Fisher King. I thought it was really good. Grateful Black. Klaus Kinski is my favourite Dracula, mainly because he was more scarier, not acting than he was when he was acting. He would just give you the willies most of the time. Jeremy Carr, revitalisation in books, not like one-stops. Fair. Kill Shill, I will add my collection, long story, is sort of from zero. So, sorry, I'm trying to. Here, our Poltergeist.
New Poltergeist print, new Return of the Living Dead 4K, etc. Then I'm like, I got to get it. Yeah, Return of the Living Dead 4K has just been announced by Arrow, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't know Imprint were doing a new Poltergeist.
No, unless it's the remake, and we've pretty much ignored it.
Yeah.
If it's the remake, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
No, avoid.
Noval. Spent way too much last week. The Brood and Scanners 4K, Tales from the Crypt import box set, Salem's Lot 2004, rubbish but becoming harder to get hold of. I've fallen off the wagon a bit. It's good. Did you? I've not checked out the new the Salem's Lot. New one.
Yeah, I mean the new Salem's Lot was more recent than 2004.
Yeah.
With what's it? Bill Pullman's son, whose name is escaping me. But yeah, to be honest with you, I thought it was okay. Everybody knows I'm a King fan. I struggle with the original Salem's Lot, the TV movie with James Mason. I struggle with that one. I think it's a real slog, and then everything happens in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I actually thought the newest remake was better, more palatable, and easier watch. For sure.
Jeremy, idle hands are the devil's plaything. Yes,
very true.
Anthony Lipiello, the only shopping for physical media is buying CDs at vinyl record shops that I haven't been doing it a long time at all. I do miss that. I think it's made a nice break shopping for different things rather than normal Blu-ray. I think, like I say earlier, it's just hitting the different shops that have different sorts of things in them that's set me off again, really, I think. Woody, like Glenn says, most books are better than the movies. It's your imagination that pictures it when you read it.
Yeah.
The funny thing is with that, I read many years ago The Bone Collector, the Jeffrey Deaver one that was turned into a film with Denzel Washington. And although the characters are described completely differently in the books, I still, when I read the follow-up books, I still picture Denzel Washington as Lincoln Ryan.
You will. Yeah.
It's very strange. But normally the books, carry. No, the movie image is wrong, but the movie image was that strong that one stuck with me for the follow-up films. Weird. Sorry.
Not that weird.
Jeremy Carr, Clockwork Orange, loved the book and film. It's a really close adaptation. Would have loved to have seen the last chapter.
Yeah, you see, I've got the book and I've never read it. It's a Kubrick movie that I can't always get on with, if I'm honest. And I know I'm in the minority with that. And I did actually buy the book to try and kind of get me into it a little more and try and find out what I'm actually missing that everybody else is getting.
Yeah, fair.
Anthony Burgess?
Not sure. Grateful Black. I've got Day of the Jackal book. I've not read it yet, but I've seen the movie loads of times. Is the book better? I've never read the Day of the Jackal book.
No, I've never read it.
I couldn't tell you. Jeremy Carr, Jurassic Park. Also love both the film and book because they're different.
Anthony Burgess, The Clockwork Orange. Like I say, purchased to try and get me into it.
Yeah. Dean Watson says the Tom Clancy books are so much better than the movies. There we go. I don't think I've watched many Tom Clancy movies apart from the.
Yeah, I mean you've watched.
Yeah, the series
of October and
I'm trying.
That's Tom Clancy, isn't it?
It's just those movies that I've watched of his, I think. Who is it? Jack Ryan.
Yeah.
There we go. Woody. K-Pax was a great book. Movie was fair, but the book explained so much more. This was the same for Bringing Down the House. Movie name was 21. Yes, I think I've got that book actually through the other side. Through the other side, aren't I?
Through the other side.
Yeah.
What in the ghost realm?
Yes. Thomas Casson. In school, what everyone's text, they had to study for English. For me, it was Canterbury Tales and Pride and Prejudice.
Mine was literally Hamlet.
I think we had Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, we had the Book of Hamlet, and we also watched the Mel Gibson adaptation. Whoop-de-doo. Never got on with Shakespeare. Just a lot of words to say something very simple.
Yeah.
I believe that was in reference to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pitch disc. Yeah.
There we go. Let's have a look. Sorry, I'm just skipping through a bit.
You know what, Jeremy? We will talk off of here, and I'm going to get your address, and I will send you that over. If you want it, you can have it. It's yours.
What's that for?
The Turtles picture disc. He can have it. He's always so supportive on here. He deserves a little prezi.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
Novell, recently my stepmother was clearing out her shelves and said to me, would you like this? You don't have to, but I thought I'd ask. It was only the original Star Wars trilogy on VHS.
Sweet.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want this Nazi gold that I've been hiding under the bed? Grandma, I'm not sure whether I do or not, to be honest. Yes, Jeremy, really. Seriously, we'll talk off of here and I'll get your address and I'll send it you.
Dean Watson, Mars Attacks, stacked cast, guilty pleasure.
It's amazing. I've booked in for my next tattoo, and my next tattoo is Mars Attacks.
Is it?
I love Mars Attacks.
The aliens. What are the aliens?
One of, yeah. I can show you the design because I've tied it in with like 50s kind of love of sci-fi as well. I'll show you my design. Keep chatting. I'll find it.
I want to say hey to Mel at Michael Podcast. Hey, Mel, nice to have you with us. What have you picked up on VHS? Did you see mine?
Hi,
Mel. Jeremy Carr says Mars Attacks is so much fun. Yeah, there's some love for that. Novell, have you guys seen Room 237?
Yes, that's what I'm referencing. It's an amazing documentary. It's so heavy, but it shows all these things that Kubrick was doing that you don't even kind of take in when you're watching the film because you're too busy watching Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. And
it's the things he puts behind there and the way he positions cans and various different things. It's fascinating. So it's going to be along those lines.
Nice.
That won't focus. So like there's a 50s kind of noir sci-fi lady type of thing, but I will be replacing the chest plate, so it's more like that, and it will have like a bit of a ack thing going on underneath,
Sweet.
and that will be going here on my arm. Yeah. So that's all booked in.
Jeremy Carr says, which book are you going to read first? Well,
yeah, Phil.
I've not shown it yet. Do you want to see which one I'm going to read first?
Not really.
I'm currently reading one on Kindle, which is The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie.
Digital, Phil. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, man.
The Kindle is
so physical media.
It's so handy for when I'm traveling. So to and from work, the pages don't get damaged when it's in and out of the bag, and it's just easier to handle when you're on public transport. So just hold it with one hand, flick your pages like that. It's perfect for traveling. But physical books, when I've finished this Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie, I did actually buy. I went to little bookshops, books on my bag. And this is not movie related or anything. It was just a random one I kind of liked the sound of. I picked up The Man Who Died 7 Times. Now, this one, it was released. It was first published in 1995 in Japan by a author called Yasuhiko Nishizawa. And it only just recently got translated. I think it was released 2 weeks ago in this country. And it sounds very, very Groundhog Day-like. There's a guy that will relive the same day 9 times. And I think it's his grandfather that passes away, and he has to investigate his family during this time loop to try and figure out who murdered his grandparents. So it just sounded quite interesting, and I was quite intrigued to watch it.
To be honest, doesn't sound that original now. But at the time when it was first released, it probably was a little more original.
Yes, exactly. I was just interested to read. It sounds incredibly bonkers because obviously Japanese culture is completely different from ours, and it's probably got some unique vibes to it and some, quirks and things like that I don't usually read. So it's a foil to the book that I'm reading at the minute, which is quite a dense Game of Thrones-y swords epic sort of book. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to get a little bit more grounded and go for that. So yeah, that's the one I'm going to go for next.
A little more grounded.
Well, kind of. Then the swords and sandals fantasy.
Your everyday kind of reliving the same day over and over again kind of story. Grounded.
I think that will be the next one that I go for, to be honest. But I've got a few stacked up on the Kindle that I've been picking up on like 99 pence offers. But I wanted to get back to S.A. Cosby that did the All the Sinners Bleed, that is now being turned into a Netflix show. I want to get back to one of his books as well, which is even more grounded. So I keep flip-flopping between the genres at the minute. Much like my movie watching, I'll go from one type of movie to another. I'm doing the same with books as well. But yeah. Jeremy Carr, Bone Collector was a book. It was indeed, Jeremy.
It's a hell of a lot of Jeffrey Deaver books based on
I think the whole series, I think it must be up to book 16 or something like that. I think I've only read 7 of his from the Lincoln Rhyme ones that followed on from Bone Collector. But so I'm way behind on them. But yeah, it was by Jeffrey Deaver. I think Bone Collector was his second in the Lincoln Rhyme series, I think. The first one was called Coffin Dancer.
I agree with all that information.
Yeah, they were quite nice reads. Just flicking through the comments again. Grateful Black, A Clockwork Orange book is difficult reading, but more rewarding than the film. More disturbing is the book in the book as the girls are 10 years old. If you get my meaning,
right. That doesn't inspire me.
Yeah. Mel says I just got busted actually. 2 Corey's gem.
Wow. The Haim and the Feldman together.
Did we? I don't know.
The best Feldman and Haim movie I always remember and loved was License to Drive.
Yeah. I was just going to ask. I don't know if we got many over here, or there were just things that never sort of crossed my path. But I never remember seeing that many crossover Corey Haim, Corey Feldman movies until they were sort of on the way out doing the real schlock erotic horror, erotic thriller sort of stuff in the later days.
Schlock erotic thriller.
There were some terrible erotic thrillers that they did between them, weren't they? I remember, was it Corey Haim that did Prayer of the Roller Boys? That was a big renter for me when I was younger.
I keep seeing Feldman crop up quite a lot lately. Everybody keeps rerunning, you know, when he's appeared on chat shows and what have you, and he does his music. And he's kind of like, he's always dressed like Michael Jackson and does Michael Jackson moves and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I keep seeing that crop up an awful lot. But it's fine. If you say Heyman and Feldman, most people think are Lost Boys. And thank God they've got something quality like that.
Yeah.
But like I say, License to Drive, I remember enjoying that.
I do. Heather Graham's first role as well in that. Jeremy Carr, did you guys see that the new Italian Mars Attacks Blu-ray comes with shirt and other goodies, including a book that's in both English and Italian?
No, Jeremy Carr, I have not. But oh my word, I will.
It's always worth ordering these things that come with the shirts because I'm never sure of the sizing of them. I can never get the sizing right, and I won a Dune. Yes.
Dune. Frank Herbert's Dune competition, and that came with a t-shirt, and it was a medium. I'm not a medium.
Yeah,
I'm 6'3", for God's sake. I'm not a medium. Very disappointing.
Jeremy, speaking of original at the time, there was a manga, a Japanese comic book, then turned into an OVA original video animation called Black Magic M66, basically Terminator before Terminator. There we go. Mel says License to Drive is great.
It is. It was fun. I remember.
And it surprises me that it's one that's out of print on Blu-ray and just so difficult to come across now. And I think the VHS tends to go for quite a lot of money as well. Yeah, Jeremy says the shirt is extra large only.
Okay. I'd have gone large because I like it slightly figure hugging to set off my six-pack. That I don't have. Sorry, did I say 6? I meant my 1-pack.
Might be a bit.
XL will be okay. That's fine. I'll have a look, Jeremy.
So, other movie-related books that I picked up. I was wandering town and went to a little village that had a little port and had the lifeboat rescue services thing set up. And they had a table of books as well. So I bought another book from there, which was Gangster Squad, which I didn't rate the movie particularly highly.
So I thought I'd buy the book.
But the story behind it, it's not the book. The book isn't based on the movie. The movie is based on the book, but it's an interesting story behind it. And that was the reason I picked up on that. It was because of the story, not because of the film particularly, but the story behind it. But then I find that sort of stuff interesting anyway, because I'd get the book that was Joe Pistone for Donnie Brasco, and like the Greg and Gina Hill for Goodfellas and things like that. I find them quite interested in anything that's based on the mafia and FBI sort of not informants, the undercover work that they do and things like that. I find really interesting.
You're not going to read that.
Huh?
You're not going to read that.
Okay.
You're not.
So I'll put that there.
That's turned into a little bit like where we've gone, oh, no, they get people buying these limited edition box sets and they go, oh, well, I didn't particularly like the film, but I loved the artwork. And you've got, didn't particularly like the film, so I bought the book.
Jeremy has never heard of Gangster Squad, film or book.
Okay.
Jeremy, look at that cast. How have you never heard of the film?
Yeah, despite that cast, though, it was very forgettable.
Yeah. It was a decent director as well, wasn't it? Who was it that directed it? Was it the...
was it LA Confidential guy? No,
I thought it was Zombieland guy.
Oh, it might have been.
I'm gonna have to have a look now.
No, that sounds right.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, I have.
Who is it? Come on, guys, help me out.
We both said we were tired before we started this, and we're now proving it. Oh, what's his name?
I'm looking now. Zombieland director is called Ruben Fleischer.
Fleischer. There we go. Yes, it was him.
And yes, he did. Producer of Gangster Squad, and
he directed it.
He directed it as well, did he?
Yeah.
There we go. I knew that name.
Yeah.
And carrying on the movie-related ones, I went in a charity shop and picked up Neil Gaiman's Stardust. Again, I was quite interested in giving the book a read. I think it's one that I will. Oh, I've got a Crazy Golf scorecard in here as well.
Oh, excellent. How did you do?
Yeah. But I thought it was, because I'm kind of interested in reading the book, I thought it might be one that the kids might be interested in reading with me as well. That I'll read with them as well. So that might come at the end of when we've done the Rick Royden, Percy Jackson things as well.
I think you'll pick a lot of Gaiman books up pretty cheap if you wanted other ones.
I've got another one there as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is, I just picked it up randomly because it was in an offer with the other one. So, yeah, I thought Gaiman might be all right for the kids, depending on it. So I might have to have a quick read through that first.
Don't let them Google him because he's currently cancelled for various reasons.
Yeah. I do. I've not quite got onto showing the kids the film Stardust yet. I don't think the cover's been particularly inspiring to them to want to watch it, but I think it's one that they might enjoy. But I've just been toying what to show the kids next as well, and I really want to go for something like The Mask of Zorro or The Count of Monte Cristo.
Not The Count of Monte Cristo. That's too heavy for them.
Do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Too heavy. That is.
I would watch it again though.
Zorro would be okay. I think Zorro would be okay.
Yeah. I think so.
But no, Count of Monte Cristo is a slog.
We'll give it a look. Jeremy says,
why don't you just go get them to read War and Peace next or something like that?
Derek R says, I'll add Gangster Squad to my list of things to check out. Jeremy, I wouldn't rush to it.
No, I wouldn't.
But yeah, the story behind it was really interesting for the FBI infiltrating the mob and things like that. But I don't think the movie did it justice. Is that right? I can't remember much about the film, but I remember it being really quite underwhelming.
I think if you want to watch a film with impact around that time period and stuff, just go back to like LA Confidential.
Yeah.
LA Confidential is just...
To be honest, LA Confidential was another movie I was looking at, like this Ed Wood box set.
What, to show the kids? Yeah.
Like the Ed Wood VHS box set, there's an LA Confidential box set that had the book with it. And it is actually one that I considered picking up. Just to have the presentation box and have the book and the VHS, which I'll never use.
It was only quite a limited run of those things anyway. I think there was a Fargo one. Can't remember what the other ones were. Randomly, a lot of these things, I've picked the books up and never bothered picking up the VHS.
Yeah.
Because I think people have just separated those sets over time and I've been able to pick them up separately.
Let's pop back to comments a second, because I might take us to the next section, next thing, rather than waving any more books at you. Where are we? Dean Watson, Alien Earth, seen 3 episodes so far. Okay, Aliens by numbers, nothing mind blowing yet. So this is going to take us to what to watch in a minute, but I'm just going to catch up on comments. Jeremy Carr, not to plug, but there's a channel Slipknot fan told me about called Euphoria Pictures, does a review on it. I think that must be Alien Earth.
Right, okay.
Essentially. There we go. Dean, Alien Earth. I was so excited for it. Like it. However, the pacing is killing me. Sometimes I feel like I'm watching a 40-minute trailer. Not sure if it's because how it's cut or not enough build-up. Yeah,
I was kind of excited about it in the build-up, but now it's out and I've not even bothered starting it. I don't know how much of a rush I'm in to even get to it.
I will tell you why I've not started in a moment, but I'll just catch up on these comments. Slot Professor, how old are your children? My kids are 7 and 10. The 10-year-old is quite good with what he watches. The 7-year-old, things play on his mind sometimes, so I've got to be a little bit careful with him at the moment.
I told you not to put Terrifier on, but did you listen?
It was a mistake. Yeah. Woody, what about Stephen King's Christine for a read for the kids?
Yeah.
I might need to get that for myself, actually, to be honest. Joe Chia, loved Gangster Squad. LA Confidential was awesome. There we go. So some Gangster Squad love there. Maybe I need to check it out again. I'll have to check if I've sold it or not. Yes, I did have it on Blu-ray, but I don't know if it's one I kicked out. Maybe give it another look rather than reading the book.
No.
As Wilco97, haven't been here in a while. What have we been talking about? We've been talking about what Phil's been picking up and buying on holiday and getting back into the collecting habit.
Phil's been banging on, and I've been sat here politely nodding.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Been about it, really.
Sorry. Anyway, we'll move it on then. So, what have you been watching?
I've had one cinema visit this week.
Oh, yeah.
That was to see Together, the Dave Franco, Alison Brie movie.
Yeah.
Which I didn't mind. It was fairly original. And that's the positives. The negatives are I left and switched my phone on straight away because I was convinced that the film was longer than an hour and 40 minutes. I felt like I'd watched something that was well over 2 hours. It keeps your interest, but it kind of slogs along. The worst thing is Dave Franco and Alison Brie.
Really?
They can't act their way out of a paper bag. They're poor on their own anyway, as we know. But even worse, together. But yeah, they're just. I think if it had been cast better, it might have flowed a little easier and things like that. They're just clunky. They can't act. I don't understand how they've kind of made it to where they are in Hollywood, to be honest. But the film itself is entertaining. It's original. It's a decent watch. They're the weak point for me in it. Unfortunately.
Very good.
Yeah, but I'd still recommend it if you like a little bit of body horror and things like that. Great, go with it.
I was going to go and see it, but after hearing you not being thrilled about it, and also the amount of screenings just disappearing just so quickly at the minute, I think I'm going to struggle to be able to get Together in, to be honest. I
think even from the trailers, I think people knew it was going to be an acquired taste.
Yeah,
you know, it's not for everybody,
and
it's an okay watch. But I think watch it streaming, and I think that'll be enough for you.
Yeah.
I think if you bought it, I don't think you'd go back to it. If I'm honest.
Jeremy says Together was a brilliant film. So you're wrong, Glenn. They're not the best actors, but concepts and story and effects I liked a lot.
The back end of that, I've agreed with, and I've said that as well. But I just wish it had been cast better. I think it would have been such a better film with people that you could actually believe in, to be honest.
Yeah. I would go and see it, but you know, obviously we're going on Tuesday to see Caught Stealing.
Yes.
So that's sort of next week for me reviewing Out of the Window. The week after, I potentially would go and see it, but you know what? I'd rather watch the re-release of Jaws if I can get into a screening for that.
This is it, 100%. So, I've never seen Jaws on the big screen, and I really want to.
Yeah, I've just got to check out the screening times because the ones that are over the weekend are pretty much sold out at our cinema. So I've got to hope that it flows into the next few days because I'd love to see it on the big screen as well.
Yeah.
But I've not watched anything film-wise this week because I've been away. The house where we were stopping, not kidding, the TV was smaller than my hand. I mean, it's a fair size hand anyway. I've got like ET fingers and shit, but
You swore again. Oh, terrible.
I just couldn't bring myself to watch a film on a TV that was the size of a postage stamp.
Mm.
So we just ended up watching TV nonsense. So we're watching Tracker on Disney, which is Case of the Week nonsense, just throwaway TV, and I've been reading, and that's been about it.
Mm.
So viewing wise, my viewing has been really poor, but last night I did watch episode 1 of Peacemaker.
Yes, we watched that in the week, actually.
Yeah, I enjoyed. I'm waiting for it to warm up its story. I just wish they'd dropped 2 or 3 episodes. I'd have gone straight in for more to try and get to grips with the story and what's going off. I think
it needed the first 3 episodes.
Yeah,
it was too kind of everybody's down off the last season, and they've all been split up and they're doing their own things, but they're all depressed and they're not. I think it needed 3 episodes for you to go, okay, that's where they are. Let's get them back together and kind of interest you and keep you kind of really looking forward to the next stuff.
And I think it's going to come because I keep seeing the reviews popping up that are really favourable. And I keep thinking, how many episodes have these reviews had access to? Because the ratings that I'm seeing, it's like, well, that can't be just off the first episode because it didn't get enough yet.
Oh, I've heard a lot of reviewers have seen the first 5 episodes, haven't they?
There we go, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's that balance of something like that. Same with Alien Earth, because I really want to get on with that as well at the minute. But some of these shows, they're releasing weekly, and I can't help but keep wondering if the binge model would be better for some of them, at least for a few episodes. I don't know if it's just the Netflix binge model. I don't know if it's changed our expectations of how we watch something, or it's changed how the TV shows are built with its structure for the number of episodes. They don't think about the pacing of individual episodes anymore. They think of it as a whole. I don't know.
I think as well, there's a hell of a lot of things that get cancelled after the first season.
Yeah.
What was it this week that I saw was cancelled? Oh, Dexter Original Sin.
Yes.
That's been dumped after its first season. But I'm not surprised because all they've gone and done is Dexter Resurrection. Everybody wants to see the original cast back. Nobody's bothered about the prequel people pretending to be the people that you actually like. So that was always going to get dumped. I think that was a terrible idea in the first place. But the amount of things, well, there's been a few things in the past where I've not had chance to get to them. And as soon as it gets cancelled after its first season, I don't bother.
Yeah.
You think, well, what's the point in that if he's going nowhere?
I agree. I agree. I'm just going to dive back to comments, unless you've got anything else you want to add that you watched.
No, go for it.
Okay, let's judge our viewers on their tastes in what they've been watching. First up, we have John the Movie Man. John watched Frantic, The General's Daughter, End of Days, Cliffhanger, and The Sixth Day.
So Harrison Ford, John Travolta, Schwarzenegger, Stallone, Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Some big hits is there, really. I love Cliffhanger. Sixth Day I thought was a lot of fun, to be honest. I've not seen
End of Days I've never watched, and I don't think you were a massive fan of.
No.
Frantic was, I'm assuming it's the Harrison Ford Frantic that Polanski did. And The General's Daughter, I can't remember anything about. I know he's.
No.
I remember him. It had a 4K release fairly recently, didn't it?
Yeah, and End of Days has got that 4K release coming up as well.
Oh, from Shout, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Scream, Shout, Let It All Out.
Is it worth a 4K release? Because I don't remember much about it. Is it worth that 4K release, or better off just checking out that Blu-ray again first? I wonder. So Meows a Lot. Watch this week: Lord of the Rings: Two Towers, Clue, a few more episodes of Ultra Q, Alien Earth, first 3 episodes. I've Lord of the Rings. I am queuing up for between Christmas and New Year viewing with the kids again, because I showed it them a couple of years ago and they seemingly enjoyed it. I forgot a lot of the content that was in there that wasn't perhaps suitable. But yeah, I think we're going to go in for it again.
Why don't you use that time to watch things that they've not seen?
Because I want to watch Lord of the Rings again.
Oh God, so selfish.
Dean Watson watched a few Denzel movies: Equalizer,
Mhm.
Philadelphia, Pelican Brief, Witness with Harrison Ford, and randomly Margin Cell.
Margin Call.
Oh, sorry, cool.
Yeah.
Why did you say Cell?
Don't know.
No.
I don't know. I don't know how your brain works.
Yeah.
Nobody
Great
does.
in relation to Together. Dave Franco and Alison Brie are
They
married
are.
in real life. Imagine
Yeah.
not having chemistry with your actual wife.
What's really weird is actually watching them playing a couple on screen, and the whole way through you're thinking, you guys don't look right together in any way, shape, or form. I don't get it. And I know they made, they're producers on this and stuff as well, so they were behind a lot of it. But they're not great. They're really not at all.
Yeah. Fair.
They're not terrible, but it could have been cast a lot better.
Yeah. Woody watched the first 3 parts of a TV show, The Outsider, and was not feeling it. So started watching Little Big Lies and not feeling that too. Maybe not for me, and I'm not in the right frame of mind.
Well, The Outside is a Stephen King adaptation, isn't it? And then Big Little Lies is very good. You should stick with that. I recommended something to Nick the other day as well, which is a Gillian Flynn related thing called Sharp Objects with Amy Adams. That's very good. That's very good.
John Moverman also watched Sinners, and that sucked.
Mm,
I'd disagree with you on that, John. I really enjoyed it. It's one of my favourites of the year.
I think somebody questioned John on it, and he did say that he found it predictable. And I think, yeah, there's probably elements to it that are predictable. You know where it's going to go and things like that. But I think I don't know if it helped. I mean, Lynn watched it here. She didn't see it at the cinema. I was going to say I wonder if the cinema added something to it. But I loved the soundtrack throughout. I just love the time setting. Thought Jack O'Connell was quite a weirdy-beardy kind of villain for it and things. And I just thought it was really well made. Deep South from Dusk Till Dawn, it ticked the boxes for me.
Good. Dean Watson, and it took me 3 nights to watch A Bridge Too Far because it's a movie with a runtime of a week and a half.
It is. It's almost like you're with them whilst they're building the bridge.
I watched the first 3 episodes of Rock and Chips, a DVD charity shop find, which slipped under my radar. Now I've watched it. I can see why. I never bothered with that either, but I was never a fan of. What's it as well? Was it spawned off from Only Fools and Horses?
Yes, because it was the prequel series, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I love Only Fools and Horses. That has literally been on today whilst I've been pottering around the house and stuff.
Yeah.
And I do have 2 episodes on my planner that are episodes that I always go back to, which is the Inflatable Dolls, which is just one of the best episodes ever. But yeah, they then did what was the sequel one with Boise? Green Grass or something like that? No.
I don't know.
No.
Anyway, Semio's a lot says I've been buying GameCube games, so of course I've been playing my PlayStation 2. Almost 100% Ratchet and Clank, the original for PlayStation 2. I liked Ratchet and Clank on the PS4. I really enjoyed that. I didn't go back to the original one, so perhaps I should. But I've also got the new ones, Rift Apart, on PS5, but not started yet.
Yeah, well, you've not got time for that because you've got to read Gangster Squad.
I know. Slot Professor, Alien Earth. If you like Alien, then you'll like it. If you want it to be aliens, then it will be too slow.
Yeah, okay. I might like it then.
Yeah, I'm still checking it out because it's aliens. Woody, the problem with binge watching for me is I can burn out after 2 to 3 episodes. I can't figure out if it's a crap show or it's not for me. Yeah, my wife doesn't like watching too many episodes of the same show back to back, to be honest. Jeremy says Twisted Metal Season 2 release model is great. Premiere 3 episodes, then 2 episodes a week. Finale is 3 episodes. Really like the schedule. Feels like a weekly event. Plus, it's a fun show to boot.
Yeah, I think that's a sensible way to do things because most of us do like to binge watch these days.
Yeah.
You know.
Alex Great, The Sixth Day, is on his last good original movie. After that, it was either sequels or Old Man Arnie movies. I think was End of Days his last big movie before he became the Governator. I can't remember.
Don't know.
But Slimlot says End of Days was a great movie. There we go. Perhaps I need
It's
to watch
one that
it.
passed me by.
Yeah, I think I've got it. I'll have to have another look at it.
I think, did it come after Eraser?
Yeah. I'm trying
And
to think.
Eraser was just, I know I'm going to get in trouble for this, but Eraser was awful. Absolutely awful. Them CGI crocodiles and all that kind of stuff. It was just terrible. And I think probably off the back of that is why I didn't watch End of Days. But
Woody says, can anyone here tell me if it's worth watching the TV show Silo? That's one show that I wanted to watch. I've still not got to. Have you
we did the first season and stopped because Lynn wasn't blown away by it, and she felt like this is going to just be one of them where it goes on for seasons and seasons and seasons before you actually get to the bottom of it all, and it's going to be quite anticlimactic by the time you get there because everybody will have lost interest.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah, I might give it a try now.
Yeah.
So Mary's a lot been watching Lord of the Rings with my 67-year-old mother. Her first time watching. 3 weeks ago, we watched Fellowship. Yesterday, The Two Towers. 2 weekends from now, Return of the King. She has loved the first two. I hope she enjoys all of the endings for Return of the King because it ends about 7, 8 times.
Yeah. You start kind of gathering your coat at the cinema thinking, oh, it's really good. I enjoy. Oh, hang on, it's still going.
Half an hour left yet.
Yeah.
Slot Professor, I have to admit, Arrow's relationship with Warner Brothers is looking to be a positive thing, even though I'm not a big fan of Arrow and the chunky boxes, but they seem to be getting some nice titles these days.
They're certainly going more and more mainstream with what they're releasing. I mean, we've had this week's releases announced already, haven't we, at the back end of last week?
Yeah. With this, it's great that some of these things are getting a bit more attention and getting newer releases or being taken care of in some way. I don't think they all deserve the big chunky boxes, though. I don't think they all need the big chunky boxes. So I'm just hoping that they carry on releasing the big chunky boxes for those that want them, but then also standard editions. I hope it's not all based on the sales of the chunky ones.
Yeah, because I mean, like you say, so the announcements are on Friday. We already know what all of them are. So you've got Jim Carrey's The Mask, big chunky box set. The thing is as well, and I know I've criticised these sets and what have you because it's just add in, it's a poster and postcards type of thing. What makes it even more annoying is it's just a single disc.
Yeah.
It's just a 4K disc, and you look at the extras, and it's just that padding kind of interview stuff and what have you. The Northman. Yeah. Oh, I know someone that was in that. Anya Taylor-Joy. And they go to all this trouble of doing this fancy box set thing and what have you, but actually, single disc, hardly any extras on it. Just pointless. So there's The Mask, there's Val Kilmer's Red Planet. What else was there? The Apartment is getting a 4K release. That might be US only, though, I feel.
Yeah.
What else was there? There was loads of bits that they showed. I can't remember what else there was. No, it's gone.
Gone.
But yeah, The Mask is the big one for next week, isn't it? And that'll sell out. People will go crazy for it.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's just one of them titles, isn't it, The Mask, that people have fond memories of, but perhaps don't watch it as much as they think they would. Anyway, Jared Cheer says The Conjuring and War of the Worlds, the Spielberg version, chunky box sets arrive tomorrow. I really liked The Conjuring. I thought that was really good.
I really liked the first one. I think that's exceptional.
The Spielberg's War of the Worlds is actually a film that grew on me a little more on subsequent viewings. I wasn't too impressed with the first viewing, but since I've watched it again, I have enjoyed it.
And I think that's a shame that that's not one film, The Conjuring and the War of the Worlds.
I think they go quite well together.
That'd be a very, very different film.
Boy. Jeremy, forgot to mention, Twisted Metal is also about a little more than half an hour each episode.
Zips by. Zips by.
Slot Professor, Silo is a tier A show. If you like the Lost model of storytelling, gives key obvious information. Some will find it really slow.
Yeah, but I'm not bothered about the pacing. The pacing I'm fine with. It's just you have the sensation while you're watching it, and Lost is a fine example. Look how disappointing that was when you got to the end of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like with Silo, they're going to drag it out too long before actually bringing it to a conclusion. And people will have lost interest in it. The whole thing will have just lost steam by then.
Yeah. Jerry Cheer says Mission to Mars was better than Red Planet, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Which one was Red Planet, the Val Kilmer one with the robot?
I genuinely can't remember either of them. Mission to Mars, I feel like, had
Garrison
Tom Sizemore in it. Or was he in Red Planet with Val Kilmer?
I can't remember.
I feel like Sizemore was probably in Mission to Mars. I can't remember either film whatsoever. But yeah, Red Planet's definitely an Arrow release for next week.
Yeah. So Meowswhat says Mission to Mars for sure. I don't remember either being that great a movie to warrant the box set. And it shows because I can't remember anything about either.
I wonder if I can just find. Let's see if I can find the pictures that I sent you earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Keep going through comments and all.
Slot Professor says Apple's best show is Foundation. I'm surprised it doesn't get more love. Star Wars mixed in with Dune. It was the basis for Star Wars 2. That is a show that I wanted to watch, but again, it's a show that I struggle with because it's not one the wife would particularly enjoy, so I never end up getting around to them. So I will squeeze the odd episode of things in, but to go with that, Shogun is not her bag either, so I'm waiting to watch that. And Alien as well, she's not bothered about, so I need to squeeze that in as well.
So there's Red Planet. That was one. And then you've got Outland, the Sean Connery one. That's getting a 4K release. Again, single disc. But it looks like you're getting a book thing with that as well. And then, like I said, The Apartment, that's getting a 4K release.
Yeah.
And then End Small and Me, Phil. End Small and Me. I don't need to be embiggened.
So Meowswhat says of Mission to Mars will be fine. Had it for decades, it will do.
So then you've got, that's the set for the mask, which I noticed somebody said about a steelbook as well. They've not announced a steelbook, which means they'll announce a steelbook in about 2 months' time.
Yeah.
Which is what they did with something else, didn't they? And then you've got Deadly Friend as well. Deadly Friend's getting a release from...
I'm bigging you again. There we
go. Right, and bigging me, look. And Deadly Friend's getting one as well. But just a standard release by the looks of that.
Nice.
And Small and Me, Phil. And Small and Me.
Asim Akhtar says, watched Bring Her Back and Weapons, recurring theme of the evil voodoo witch in town, together topped it off with a fun body horror, but the substance was superior.
Yeah, the substance is way better than Together, let's face it. Even though you didn't particularly like the substance.
No.
I think you're wrong on every level with that.
I think it was the way
you were bored in the first half hour just blows my mind. But yeah, we've watched Bring Her Back as well. I forget that we weren't on last week. The Bring Her Back was viewed last week. Very, very good.
Yes, I want to watch Weapons. I really enjoyed. Really want to watch Bring Her Back. So I will get to that. Back to the Apple TV shows. Jeremy says Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, For All Mankind, and Invasion. As some of his favourites. I'm trying to think. I really enjoyed the Colin Farrell show, which I forgot the name of. Sugar.
One where he's a detective in Hollywood.
Really liked Sugar. Really liked the Shrinking. Obviously, Ted Lasso. Blackbird was really good as well. I think Apple are pretty solid with the TV shows, all in all.
They're just not fast enough with them.
With the steel books, Slot Professor said they did it with Trick or Treat.
Trick and Treat, that was it.
I'm getting the biscuit tin of that.
Good
Jeremy
for you.
says, so what book do you not want to have an adaptation? What book would you like to have a series adaptation? It's a series one.
I mean, obviously, I've read a lot of Stephen King, and a lot of those have a series adaptation. But like The Institute, I've not bothered watching that. The book was okay. The book felt very X-Men to me, and I've not bothered with the TV show. The Stand, something like that, requires a TV series because it's just such a long, sprawling thing. But I didn't watch the new version of that either. Not all Stephen King stuff transfers well, I don't think.
No.
Although I will give Welcome to Derry a look when that comes out, the prequel, even though King didn't write any of it.
Yeah. There's a couple that I would like to see turned into like a TV show. I remember enjoying a couple of the Jeffrey Deaver stories. I think have been I've quite enjoyed them and thought, you know what, that could be turned into a solid thriller. There was one called The Devil's Teardrop, which I really liked. There was another called A Maiden's Grave, and that was actually turned into a TV movie, which I did have on VHS at a point because I hunted that down, and it was starring James Garner, I think. I'm trying to think what it was called because they changed names of it. It was called A Maiden's Grave, I think. Sorry, I'm just having a look while you do that one. No, I can't see it on there. James Garner. Sure, it was James Garner. Where are you? Come on, Glenn, cover for me.
I can't.
Good one. Thank you. I can't remember. But it was turned into a pretty terrible TV movie adaptation, and I wish they would remake that into a proper one.
There's a lot of James Herbert novels that I really like that would make great TV shows, but I kind of like his stuff because it's UK based, and it's nice to have somebody so fantastical, almost like King, but very British, and everybody's British in it, and all that kind of thing. So I think some of his stuff would be okay, but then I don't think it'd probably hit for a worldwide audience, and I think that's a lot of the problem.
Yeah, fair. I'm still trying to think books and what would be good for an adaptation. I want to. I need my books in front of me to have a look through and see what sticks out, or even my Kindle. But I don't think there's many that I've read recently.
Well, Woody's just said about Terry Pratchett's Discworld and stuff, and that they've done a few Terry Pratchett things in the past. And for whatever reason, they've just not landed.
No, I think the sense of humour of it is very difficult to direct, I suppose, in a way. You've got to have the right mindset, and two, for the audience to be on that mindset as well. I think it's comedy is a difficult thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, Jeremy.
Anyway.
Do your shopping habits change per vacation holiday, meaning different settings, locations make you look for certain things? Then when you grab your first pickup, is that the theme of shopping for that trip?
That trip. Well done, Jeremy. You always bring us back to where we should be.
Yeah. I think my shopping habits definitely change because I have that time. I have the time to just meander around and have a look in places, even though I've got the kids with me. I can still pop in a charity shop and have a look, or pop in a bookshop and have a look. So my habits change because I have got that little bit more time. I don't think my first pickup sets a theme as such. I think it has done this time in a way, but I've not been anywhere that's had a particularly good selection of movies or anything like that. So it's been book based because of what I had access to, rather than it being a theme as such. You go, Glenn. You go.
No. My shopping habits do not change dependent on where I am. I genuinely don't think it does. No. When I've been to Whitby and things like that, I hit the bookshops and stuff. It's just because I know there's no physical media to go at, and I always buy books anyway. But I do that here. If I'm
Yeah.
in town, I'll hit the charity shops, and that is mainly for books, because there's a lot of DVDs that are just it's always the same DVDs. Blu-rays, it's always the same, like you said, King's Speech or Step Up or whatever was available 2 years ago from the pound shop.
Yeah.
Just always crops up. So it's always predictable. And the thing is, now, we've talked about this in the past, charity shops are a lot more savvy now. They're particular about things they take in, and
Yeah.
they certainly kind of do their research as to what goes out onto the shelf and how much it goes out for. It's
Yeah.
very rare you find a little gem anymore. And I think the things Blu-ray wise or anything like that that would really interest us are actually probably being sold through their eBay account rather than
Yeah.
actually appearing on the shelf. I think you've found those little gems, as in somebody down the street just happens to have put a box out the front saying 3 for £1 on the books.
Yeah.
Because they probably find that easier than doing Zip It or We Buy Any Books or anything like that. It's easier just to put it there, and if they make a bit of money, great.
Yeah.
And it saves them horrible charity shops getting them, making money off us.
I think, I just dropped lucky on what books were in there, to be fair. I could have quite easily have just found nothing that suited.
Yeah, 100%.
Quite easily. But I was lucky. And I went back as well.
Yes, we know. We know the story. We know the shady story.
Yeah. But we'll save that for another day.
Yeah.
Jeremy says, personally, I'd like to see better H.P. Lovecraft adaptations for series or some Kafka stuff, mainly for new practical effects and story. Slot Professor, as I go to see friends and family, I will check out CEX more, as I will go to different places.
Yeah.
I do that when I'm shopping in London. Sometimes I'll stumble upon a CEX and have a quick nosy. Dean Watson, whenever I've been to Amsterdam, I've always found my shopping habits became very relaxed.
Yeah.
Slot Professor, CEX is horrid online. You get charged postage for each item regardless of cost.
Yeah, but I mean, I get why that's the case now, because they never used to. You could order like 20 titles and they still charged you £2.75 postage for the whole thing. They were missing out. I mean, it just makes sense now.
Yeah. Slot Professor. Oh, sorry. I'll come back, Woody. Charity shops put most Blu-rays on eBay now, and they expect too much on eBay, but some people see it as a way to donate, so they tend to go up higher.
Yeah.
Woody, having kids and looking in charity shops is good. They can pick up some good toys, books, music, cheap. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes they want stuff that they just
sometimes
don't
they pick up crap.
Yeah.
I really want this.
Yeah.
You can't have it. You're a bad father.
Previous expensive experience from previous expensive, sure, I've gone looking for physical media or collectible figures. There was one time I was in a real music mood, picked up random instrument items to screw around with. There's one time
that's when he got those bongos. Oh, it makes sense now.
Throughout the trip, including the ocarina.
Was Jeremy also in Amsterdam when he picked up his bongos?
Woody, I don't know. Charity shops where I am have loads of Blu-rays cheap, but I suppose a higher population area makes a difference.
Yeah,
I've seen quite a few Blu-rays cheap in some charity shops, but I've never found anything that I want in there, if that makes sense.
Well, I picked up yet again another Stephen King paperback the other day, and that was in a charity shop, and they wanted 10p for each book.
Really? See, this is the thing with these things that I've been picking up on this trip. I've seen it as, I'll pick it up while it's there. If I need to get rid of it or want to get rid of it, then it doesn't matter if I just donate it or give it away, because I've literally spent under a tenner on a load of books. Well, one book was a bit more than that because it was brand new and it was one that I did like the looks of. The Man Who Died 7 Times, but yeah, all the others, I think I got 8 or 9 books, and so it didn't cost me any more than a tenner. So I've lost one actually. I can't find it here. I was going to show another one, but I can't find it.
Can you find it?
No.
Go on.
Elder Map. I haven't had a holiday vacation in years, but the subject, it doesn't change my shopping habits. Rather buy from where I live.
I am inclined to agree. So after an hour and 48 minutes, we've established no, it makes no difference.
Fair. And on that note, I think we need to end it here.
Wind this up, yeah.
Because I'm sick of listening to your crap.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm going to call it tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Glenn, for joining us again. And we'll catch you next week.
Maybe. Who knows?
And we can probably review Caught Stealing as well, because we're going to see that on Tuesday.
Is that this Tuesday?
That's
this Tuesday coming. Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. This Tuesday.
Yeah. Fair enough. So, then we will.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
Take care, and we'll see you soon.
Laters.
And I also got this book, and I also got this book, and I also